Hello, family. It's been a long time, hasn't it? I've been out there, chasing horizons, breathing different air, and today I want to bring you back into my world, into my mind, because I've been thinking about something that has shaken me awake: the growth mindset, and why it isn't enough on its own. But before I pour my heart into this, if you're new here, please subscribe to the Growth Mindset Project, because what we build here together is something rare, something real. And hit that little bell beside the subscribe button, so that every time I open up like this, you're the first to know, the first to feel it with me. Now, let me take you back. A decade or so ago, during my first year of higher business studies, I remember sitting in an induction room, half curious, half exhausted, when a speaker stood in front of us talking about different perspectives on human potential. Strange, right? But she was pointing us towards something deeper: academic work on the growth mindset. She said there are two kinds of people: those trapped in a fixed mindset, believing this is who I am, this is what I know, this is where I'll stay, and those who live in growth, who say this is only where I am now, not where I'll remain. I fell in love with that idea. It felt like liberation, like someone had cracked open a door I didn't know was locked. The leadership of that program told us something I've never forgotten. They said, "You're not here because you're masters of things. You're here to become masters. And in that becoming, you must learn to be uncomfortable. You must let yourself be stretched, challenged, unformed, and reformed." Most people fail because they cling to comfort, to the illusion of arrival. But growth has no arrival. There is no final mountain, no ultimate summit where you plant your flag and rest. There's only the next horizon, calling you forward, whispering, "Further, further still." Think about it: a finance professional, an auditor, a banker. No matter how high they climb, another summit appears. That's the ache and the beauty of growth. It never lets you settle, never lets you die inside your own comfort. I thought I understood this fully. I've traveled the world, met extraordinary people, built a name for myself. I believed I carried a growth mindset like armor. But here's the truth that cracked me open: you can have a growth mindset and still be trapped, because the mindset lives inside an environment, and if that environment is scarce, your imagination of what's possible shrinks to fit it. Let me tell you where this hit me hardest. I was in Miami, sharing a stage with Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympic athlete who has ever lived. A gentle giant, humble beyond words. Then I stood beside Tia Claire Toomey, the most dominant athlete in the history of functional fitness, small in frame but built entirely of will and muscle. I met leaders in my own industry, flew across the country, sat with my management team, reconnected with friends who've built entire empires of abundance. And as I watched how they lived, how far their influence stretched, I asked myself, are they smarter than me? No. More talented? No. Harder working? No. So what was it, then, that made them move so much faster, reach so much further, build exponentially more impact and abundance? The answer undid me. It was location, not talent, not effort. Location, the environment they stood in. That realization is a lightning bolt once it strikes you, because it means your mindset, however evolved, is still shaped by the walls around it. In my home region, where I record this, I built myself up to become one of the highest paid speakers around. And yet, even at that height, I wasn't even close to what speakers with less experience, less credibility than me, were earning elsewhere in the world. My pricing, my perception of value, had been shaped, quietly, invisibly, by the scarcity of the market I stood in. Years ago, I charged a fraction of what I charge today, and clients still said, "We can't afford this." Today, younger voices enter the industry and charge far more, because somewhere, someone pushed the frontier of what was believed possible. So growth isn't only internal. It's also about the soil you plant yourself in. You can have all the growth mindset in the world, but if your environment is starving, your vision will starve with it. Unless you fight to move, unless you demand more from the ground beneath your feet. Now, if this is stirring something in you, if you feel that tightening in your chest, that recognition, do me a favor. Hit like on this video. Not for me, but for you, because liking it tells the algorithm to put this message in front of someone else who needs to hear it today. I think, as people, we spend far too much energy pulling each other down over scraps. We argue over things that don't matter, we call hustlers scammers, we tear down ambition because scarcity has taught us to see abundance as a threat instead of an invitation. Scarcity breeds smallness. It convinces us that if someone else rises, there's less room for us. But that's a lie born from limitation, not truth. This video is for the one who feels, quietly, that they are more than their circumstances. For the one lying awake at night, aching because they know, they are capable of more than the people around them believe. For the one who wants better, who's willing to work for it, who's tired of shrinking to fit rooms that were never built for their size. My advice, born from every mile I've traveled and every mirror I've had held up to my face, is this. Build a growth mindset, yes, but refuse to let it live in scarcity. Physically, mentally, spiritually, move yourself into rooms of abundance. Surround yourself with people who don't just talk about what's already been done, but who dream, out loud, about what's still possible. Because the tragedy of scarcity isn't that it's imagined, it's that it's real for those living inside it. Their limitations are not lies. They are the walls of the room they were placed in. But abundance doesn't see the world as it is. Abundance sees the world as it could be, as it should be, and then does the terrifying, beautiful work of building it into existence. I want that for you. I want you to stop measuring your worth by the ceiling of the room you were born into, and start measuring it by the sky you're capable of reaching if you simply change rooms. Before I close, I want to hear from you, truly. Tell me in the comments. Where do you feel your environment has been shrinking your dreams instead of feeding them? Is it your city, your circle, your career, even your own self-talk? Write it down below, because I read these, and sometimes, just naming the cage is the first step toward leaving it. This channel, The Growth Mindset Project, exists for exactly this kind of honesty, raw, unfiltered, human. If you've felt even a flicker of recognition watching this, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you haven't already, subscribe, and tap that bell so you never miss the moments when I come back to speak like this, heart open, straight to you. Growth without abundance is a bird with wings clipped, still flapping, still dreaming, but never truly flying. So find your abundance. Chase it, move toward it, demand it. Don't just grow, relocate your growth into soil rich enough to hold the size of what you're becoming. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Before you go, check out some of my other videos linked right here, where I dive even deeper into mindset, ambition, and building the life you were designed for. And don't forget, hit that bell, so you're always the first to walk this journey with me. Until next time, family, sayonara.